Hi, my name's Chevy, and I'm doing my research report on commercial paper stock. The invention of paper. Paper comes from the Greek word papyrus, which is the name of the papyrus plant. The plant grows on the shorelines of streams in the Middle East, like the River Nile. Paper was invented by the Chinese Cao Lun, who in 105 AD mixed textile fibers from the bark of the mulberry in paper and produced sheets of paper. The invention of paper has helped early China become successful through easier governing of the country. Archaeological findings have shown that paper made from plant-like fibers were already used from 104 to 87 BC. Choosing the right paper stock. It doesn't matter if you are printing business cards, reports, flyers, or marketing material. Selecting the perfect paper stock will ensure an impressive and professional finish. Knowing what stock to choose will bring out every detail to make your work look its very best. Essential paper knowledge for print. Selecting the correct thickness and weight is a very important aspect of printing. Usually a thicker and heavier paper is used for covers, whereas lighter paper is commonly used within the book. Thicker coats are better for covers because they can take a beating and not get damaged as much, where thinner paper is easier to flick through and bend, which makes it better for the user of the book. These are referred to as cover and text stock. Besides actual book covers, cover stock is also commonly used for postcards, bookmarks, hang tags, and anything that needs stiff, heavy paper. Text stock can be made into brochures, flyers, mailers, and notepads. Paper thickness is regarding how many hundredths of an inch thick a single sheet of paper is and is expressed in points. Extra thick points are usually 18 pt or 24 pt and are used for bookmarks, packaging, hang tags, and so on. Essential paper knowledge for print. Coated paper. Papers that are coated have a finish on them that is gloss, matte, or dull. They have been covered with a hardened clay material to better display images and text with clearer detail and denser colors. The coats range from dull gloss to a non-shiny matte, as well as high gloss mirror finish known as the cast coat. Coats can be added to both sides of the paper or just one side. Usually one-sided coats are for postcards, so the image looks good and the person sending the postcard can write on the uncoated section. When applying a coat to paper, it makes it difficult to write on. Coated paper is usually best for the following projects: brochures, catalogs, postcards, and packaging a product that you won't be writing on. Uncoated paper is exactly that. It has no coat on it at all. It has no glare to it and it is absorbent. It easily soaks up inks because there is nothing covering the natural fibers. Uncoated paper can be textured, for example a linen finish, but it can also be very smooth like printer or copy paper. It is much easier to write on and is best used for final products with the intention of being written on, like cheap flyers, newsletters, school books, workbooks, and envelopes. Specialty paper coatings. Another option includes special coating papers. They exist for a variety of reasons. They can add extra effects to assist your work and help tell the story you're trying to convey through your art. They can also be eye-catching and can also be used to protect work from various elements. Paper brightness and opacity. In order to measure the brightness of paper, it is done by a special blue light and is measured between 1 and 100, 1 being the lowest and 100 being the brightest. The brighter the paper, the more readable it is and displays colors more accurately. When paper is lower in brightness, it is more yellow and doesn't represent the colors as well. Choosing the right paper for print. Choosing the right paper for print is important. For example, for die cut, a thick paper is used to show finer details. Thinner paper loses detail and can have frayed edges. Uncoated paper is best to write on. How to make paper. Cellulose fibers are extracted from a variety of sources and converted into pulp. From there, the pulp is joined with water and placed on a paper making machine, where it is then flattened, dried, and cut into sheets. The pulp mainly comes from trees, and the most common ones are birch, aspen, larch, pine, fir, spruce, and eucalyptus. Cotton is sometimes used as well, as it is due to fibers being very strong. It's popular for letterhead and other stationery products. Paper is often used by a variety of recycled content. This includes the following: pre-consumer waste, post-consumer waste, and despite many fibers previously mentioned, logs from trees are the source of most fiber in paper pulp, and the three main components that need to be separated in order to make pulp are bark, fiber, and linen. The main focus is to wet the fibers, press them together, dry them out, and then flatten them. Paper's environmental impact. Paper is one of the biggest offenders, adding to waste and environmental damage. In the United States, paper accounts for 40% of all waste and adds up to over 70 million tons per year. Despite intentions to reduce, reuse, and recycle, most ends up in landfill. Not only that, but paper causes massive deforestation around the world, and it has increased at an alarming rate. Paper manufacturing uses up to 40% of all global wood. The process of manufacturing paper releases nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and carbon dioxide into the air, contributing to pollution such as acid rain and greenhouse gases. On top of this, despite America only being 5% of the world population, they consume 30% of all paper products globally. The best way to combat this is to go digital. Ball and Doggett, two of Australia's largest paper companies, BJ Ball and KW Doggett, have recently merged and been bought by Japan Pulp and Paper. They have recently paid $75 million to own a majority share in the company. Ball and Doggett employ over 3,000 people and mainly operate in Australia and New Zealand but ship worldwide. In regards to their paper supplies, they sell coated and uncoated, specialty paper, boards, carbonless, synthetic, and copy paper. Within those categories is a massive range of different papers to choose from. Their sustainability aim is to work with Australian and international paper mills that have environmental management systems in place that meet or exceed the standards of internationally recognised accreditation systems. Some of their internationally recognised accreditation systems are to source and supply a product that meet or exceed environmental and social standards, but also meet customer print requirements, to continually motivate and educate staff and other stakeholders to consider the environment and ensure that they are equipped with the necessary knowledge and skills to understand and communicate environmental information, and to provide up-to-date, clear and transparent environmental technical information about their product range to the staff, customers and stakeholders. Thank you. My name is Chevy Leahy and my student number is 7557302, and here are my references.